Welcome back. President Fattah el-Sisi attended on Thursday the graduation ceremony of new batches of the National Training Academy during the fourth and the last day of the World Youth Forum at the Sharm el-Sheikh Conference Center. A documentary film was performed during the ceremony on the activities of the Academy and its programs for qualifying youth in several sectors. A number of graduates stressed the importance of the NTA role, which helped them to create new partnership with a number of international institutes and academies that provided them with huge experiences in several domains. The graduates vowed before President el-Sisi to work in an intensive and comprehensive way to reach all goals of Egypt's sustainable development. Executive Director of the National Training Academy, Dr. Rasha Raghib, pointed out the significance of the decision to establish the NTA, which said reflected Egypt's will to invest in youth. She added that the main target of the Academy is to provide new leaders in all specializations and domains. In his address during and before the gathering, the UN representative for industrial development reiterated that the youth participation in the forum are capable to represent and present solutions for all issues facing the world and to achieve the targets of sustainable development. Meanwhile, two of the participants reviewed what has been achieved during the fourth edition of the World Youth Forum and praised efforts exerted by youth from all around the world with the participation of 10 international institutions. President Fattah el-Sisi held an open meeting with representatives of media channels with the attendance of Prime Minister Dr. Mustafa Madbouli and a number of ministers, in addition to a number of youth participating in the World Youth Forum. The meeting came as part of the fourth edition of the World Youth Forum and President el-Sisi's keenness in opening dialogue with the attendees and in answering all the questions that touched on several issues and vital files. On his part, President el-Sisi said that the World Youth Forum represents a global platform to open dialogue and fruitful discussion on global issues among the youth from different countries and cultures, expressing his happiness of the resumption of the World Youth Forum in its fourth edition after its stoppage due to the coronavirus pandemic that was a great challenge for the whole world. The dialogue tackled questions regarding security and stability of the Arab-African region, Egypt's hosting the COP27 for climate, water security, human rights, and economic interests between Egypt and Greece. Also, the meeting focused on a number of files including tourism, empowering youth, education, awareness, media, and drama, in addition to renewal of religious discourse. And still with the World Youth Forum, President Fattah el-Sisi attended on Wednesday a WYF session on the international responsibility for post-conflict areas with reconstruction. Addressing the session, President el-Sisi called for boosting efforts to stop disputes and conflicts worldwide, adding that all countries should work together to revive peace, building and prosperity. The President also asserted Egypt's readiness to help in solving the Yemeni crisis and asserted constant support to the UNRWA in its mission and the reconstruction of Gaza. The session also tackled the conditions of refugees suffering consequences of conflicts in their countries around the world. President el-Sisi said that Egypt hosts about 6 million refugees in Egypt, adding that there are no refugee camps in the country. President Fattah el-Sisi attended on Wednesday a World Youth Forum session on the developmental initiatives confronting poverty. During the session, President el-Sisi praised the Egyptian youth for their role in the Decent Life Initiative and in organizing the fourth edition of the World Youth Forum. The President also said that the state has exerted great efforts to combat poverty in Egypt and support the most needy brackets. President el-Sisi reiterated that the state spent more than £6 trillion to face this issue during the past 7 years. The President also asserted that 300,000 housing units were established in the year 2021, which will continue to reach 1 million units across the country. Meanwhile, President el-Sisi affirmed that Egypt carried out all precautionary measures to face coronavirus. The President added that Egypt succeeded to overcome the economic repercussions of the pandemic and expressed gratitude to the Egyptian people for bearing the economic reform process during the past years. Still on the sidelines of the World Youth Forum, President Fattah el-Sisi held a meeting with development partners. During the meeting, President el-Sisi called on international power partners to help Africa, adding that Egypt seeks to establish huge infrastructure in the country in Africa. And the President noted that Egypt established infrastructure in psych schools and universities, adding that it is ready to provide its expertise to African countries. President el-Sisi pointed out that Egypt has the ability to produce coronavirus vaccines. On renewable energy, the President said that Egypt will have renewable energy network within few years. The President also held an open meeting with a number of international accredited reporters in Egypt. Prime Minister Mustafa Madbouli reviewed a report on global economy horizons released by the World Bank, and shed light on a number of positive indications of the Egyptian economy, noting that the country's economic growth grew faster than expected during the fiscal year 2020-2021. In his report, the World Bank said that Egypt's positive economic indications came as a result of government success to contain inflation and also after a remarkable increase in the Egyptian expertise remittance, and the World Bank raised its future expectation on the Egyptian economic growth by 1% to reach 5.5% during the fiscal year 2021-2022, citing an increase in foreign investments in addition to the government's plan to expand the use of advanced communication and information technology, and also the country's plan to improve the tourism sector. And in its daily coronavirus report, the Ministry of Health reported 948 new cases. The ministry also reported that 28 fatalities related to COVID-19 complications were recorded officially in the past 24 hours nationwide. The statement added that 845 patients have been discharged after recovering from the virus, bringing the total number of recoveries to 329,802 cases.